Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if this is your first time. My name is Coach Liz. This is going to be a general reading. So we're going to tap into whatever comes out. So if the message does not resonate, please don't force the shoe to fit. There will be more readings to come. And thank you so much for liking, sharing, subscribing. I appreciate all the support. Thank you for the new subscribers. I'm happy that you guys are here. Thank you for joining the team. So yes, this is going to be a message for basically guidance and clarity. I didn't want to make this one about love because I feel like there's a shift in our social groups as a collective. I feel like people are, I think, awakening to the people that they're socializing with, like your friend group, your social group. You're starting to see how maybe the friendships that you've been keeping around, they no longer resonate with where you're headed, where your journey is headed. So I do feel like a lot of us are starting to realize that, there are certain people or social groups that we are outgrowing or needing to shed or readjust some of these people in our personal lives. So I am picking up a energy of the 11th house as well as Sagittarius. So for some of you, you could, be a Sagittarius or a fire sign, or you can have Sagittarius in your 11th house. The 11th house does talk about, it focuses on expansion, adventure, again, your social group. So it just feels like you're ready to grow or expand, but with people who really resonate and align with your own values, like what's important to you. With people who have similar interests, like they love learning, they like to travel, maybe even exploring new ideas, even philosophy, right? Understanding why things are the way they are. Travel could be very significant as well. Maybe there is a necessity right now for you to maybe take a trip, or a road trip, if actually leaving or buying a plane ticket is not in the books for you right now. Maybe kind of just getting away from what you call your norm, your normal routine, could be very significant. Like it could help you possibly reach a certain level of financial success that you could be working towards. That could be for some of you, right? So now I know, and like I said, this is a general reading. These are just things I kind of picked up during meditation. All right, let's see what does come out though with the cards. I'm gonna put some energy cards at first, and you know what's so crazy? As soon as I put my notebook away, I was like, something about your throat chakra, and I lit a blue candle, um, a blue candle for the throat, third eye, as well as the crown. So something, from your neck and above. Being mindful, it could be a good idea right now to wear hats, wear glasses, sunglasses. Specifically, maybe the sun could affect your vision right now. If you wear seeing glasses, make sure that you are wearing those as well. Head coverings, hats, you know, what the hell? What is the other word I'm looking for? head wraps, things like that, right? To cover or protect your crown could also be significant, especially if you are traveling outdoors or if you are outdoors. Wear something to protect the head, pretty much. For your throat, tea, water, keep hydrated as well. All right, let's see. Let's tap into what energies are significant for you right now. Collective, again, whatever comes out, whatever comes out. If it's about love, we'll talk about love. If it's about money, we're going to talk about money. If it's people being annoying, we're going to talk about those who are being annoying. I feel like this is really more so a message for someone who is on their healing. I mean, we're all on a healing journey, but I feel like some of us are intentional about our healing process, right? Let's see. I don't know how to look. I was about to say I don't know how to communicate it yet. I don't know how to say it. So maybe there could be something that you're having difficulty speaking up about or communicate. It's like you know what you want to say, but you're trying to find the words on how to say it. Okay, let's see. What messages do you have for the collective? Contract. So, okay. This could have something to do with some sort of, I mean, I'm hearing legal matters, legality, bringing things into balance. I'm seeing like the justice card. You could be seeing 611, the number 611, or 666 as well. It just feels like someone's not looking at things. There's this deceit energy. I don't know if someone's just not looking or in denial about a contract, um, or someone lied, or someone. Hold on, because I'm getting so much with this deceit and contract. Because okay, you see how her eyes are covered, right? And then of course we have deceit. So either you're not seeing something when it comes to a contract, someone's trying to get over you when it comes to a specific contract. You're needing to read between the lines, or maybe even have it reviewed. Maybe have someone review a specific contract. Somebody could have forged something on a contract, but that's that rest energy I was talking about earlier. Maybe there is a necessity for you to kind of like get away or move away from a specific either project or situation for you to be able to see things for what they really are. What else do you have for the collective? What current energies do we need to talk about? What do we need to talk about for the collective? Okay. Community. And it came out in reverse. It came out in reverse. So, okay, back to the friendships, right? We were talking about social groups. Maybe there was, I don't know if there's a group of people or a group of friends that are gossiping about a specific legal matter that you could be experiencing or going through. Or there could be some sort of, if this is work, right? If this has to do with your work environment, there's a necessity to review this contract or legal documents. And before, I don't know if there's something that you're needing to make a decision on. You need to take a step back before you move forward. It just feels like there's like some sort of, someone's not either exposing the whole truth, or I'm hearing maybe someone's trying to get over on you. They don't want you to see something. It just feels like there's people involved here, a social group or a community of people who are either gossiping or just trying to create some sort of issues or chaos or something like that. If this could be work, like I said, we're going to get tarot to clarify, but let's see. Anxiety. Yeah. It's like a group of people that are trying to create fear, doubt, anxiety. That's that third eye. What did I tell y'all? I know I was feeling something. I don't know if there's a group of people that want you to not see things for what they are, for what it truly is. For others of you, I feel like there is a community of people or the friendships that you may have once had. They don't agree with something that you could do, like for work or for a living. Like they don't want you, it's like they don't want you to see your own power as well. Maybe they feel a type of way that you are someone who is very well balanced, very logical, very assertive, outgoing, someone that, whenever maybe you're very disciplined, right? When you say you're going after something, you set your mind to it, you go for it. I feel like you're also someone that's very connected to to your higher self, right? So I feel like somehow, like maybe people in this community or your social group, they want you to stay, I'm hearing, get stuck in the matrix. They want you to stay stuck by creating some sort of anxiety. They want to get in the way of where you're going, yes, look, the envy. I feel like people in your community are envious because of the places that you're going. Because of your connection with source, like with your higher self. Again, you're someone that's very balanced and focused and self-disciplined, and I feel like the people in your community, somehow your qualities mirror certain things about these people who you once maybe thought were your friends, or your homies. You see how, again, she's has her eyes covered, so maybe you thought these people were supportive, they were people who had your back. These are people who, you know you felt like they treated you fairly and equally, but then you started to see like, nah, something ain't right. Something's not right. And then you started to kind of like think, put things together, process certain things. And you started doing the math, and the math won't math in. Like, there were certain things that it just didn't make sense. I feel like it just feels like things were no longer what they appeared when it comes to the social group or this group of people that you once found, yourself tied to or connected to. And for some of you, I mean, if this is a group of people that you were once, used to hang out with, people you knew from back in the day, people you grew up with, whatever. I feel like you were meant to come across these people. I feel like your soul contract was to experience these people because they were supposed to push you, and help you grow, in a sense, show you how to apply what your higher self was telling you, right? Because one thing is being able to tap into your higher self. Another thing is being able to apply it in the real world, right? As above, so below. Some people get stuck in the as above, some people get stuck in the so below, and some people find a connection between the two, right? Like I know I cannot be stuck in my head all the time and in my higher self. I must exist as a human being as well. And I feel like you were able to find that balance because of the people that you came across. It's almost like first you had to understand your own true power, like who you were as an individual. And then once you saw that their views, their beliefs, whatever they value didn't align with what you had going on with your purpose, your passion, with your soul contract, you understood that these, I feel like you're understanding that you're at a time in your life where you're needing to bring things into balance by either removing yourself from these friendships, these contracts, these soul contracts, and maybe continuing your journey either solo until you come in contact with your true soul tribe. I just saw 1616 on the timer. Oh, you could be seeing 777. I saw 777 earlier a lot, actually. Okay, let's get some tarot. Let's see what the helly is going on. Which ones do I want to use to clarify? See, the tarot cards, almost all the tarot cards that I have naked people on it. So I can't really show y'all the cards. What cards do you want me to use? I'm gonna use these. But there's a lot of naked people on this one, so I know I can't show it on the screen. So y'all just gonna have to bear with me, okay? I'll show y'all what I can, but if they're naked, I can't show it. But I like these because they show like the front. It's called the vice versa tarot deck, and it has like a front and a back to it. So I really like it because I can read it in so many different ways. I get a lot of messages with these. All right, let's see. Let's clarify what the heck is going on. What messages do you have for the collective when it comes to these energies? Yeah, I knew the 11th house was significant. And it's so funny that community, right? We're talking about social groups. So community popped out in the reverse. So there's clearly something that your work that you're shedding. It almost just feels like you're shedding and you're either in your head about it. Once again, protect that head. What did I say? Anxiety, right? Something about your head and your crown chakra. So protect right now. How if you find yourself like getting stuck in whatever the fuck is going on here with these old friends or this social group, this old workplace, whatever, because I do feel like you're going to end up leaving it in the past, because I see like the storm outside of the window, right? It's like there's a storm outside of the window, but the storm is going to pass, right? Nothing is permanent, right? If one thing that is inevitable is change, right? So either you are going to remain in these friendships with these people, or you're going to move away from it. And I honestly feel like I am talking again to a collective who is wanting to heal, right? Wanting to expand. And because we did, again, the 11th house, we're talking about expansion and finding people who are relate to what's important to us, right? So you are moving away from it. It's just that because it is a change, because it is something that most likely won't look the same, right? Like after everything blows over, things are going to definitely look different, but I believe that everything is just happening for a higher purpose. All right, what is this contract energy? What What messages do you have for the collective? See? Backstabbing. Yeah, it's painful. I get it. I get it. I get it. Like it does feel like it feels heavy, but it also feels like because it's pushing you towards a higher purpose or even like your true I won't be surprised if I see the star. Um it was another one that popped in my head while I was shuffling. Um I wouldn't be surprised if I see the star for sure. So you're closing out cycles. Something about traveling is definitely significant for some of you. I know Sagittarians do like to travel a lot. You don't like to stay in one place for a long time. And I feel like because you feel like something is done, a certain place is finished, done, ready to move away from, you could be considering like moving elsewhere or somewhere else. Either, away from where you would live at now, maybe a certain community, certain neighborhood. Um, could be thinking about moving overseas with this with this world energy. Or there could be a contract right now that um, could deal with travel, maybe a job that requires you to travel. What is this contract energy? What about this contract? We have death in the world again. Okay, so the death popped out in reverse. Is it death? Yeah. No, it's not. Yes, it is. I'm just looking at both sides. I'm trying to see if I could show. I know I can't show the other side because it's a naked person on it, but um with death in the reverse, I don't know if it's someone not wanting to end or maybe someone doesn't want something to end, some sort of contract. Or you're wondering if there's something that you need to bring into. You're wondering if you should terminate some sort of contract. Like it feels like maybe you haven't made the decision yet. You're in the process of completing a contract, terminating a contract. There could be delays to an end of a contract as well. There's a transformation happening, right? Like there's death and rebirth. So there could be you could be stalling, right, on wanting to or on not wanting to sever some sort of connections with certain people, with a certain social group, right? Like you could be in denial about it, right? There's the 5 of Wands. So there is conflict. There's definitely conflict. There could be conflict at work. This could be a work contract. Maybe there could be delays when it comes to some sort of contract and it's creating some sort of chaos. What is this contract with death? Judgment. I definitely can't show y'all this one. They're completely naked on both sides. So y'all just got to believe me. With the Judgment card, so okay, this is really giving legal matters, right? Like some court or legal matters, something being somebody trying to delay something, but Judgment Day is still coming, or it's like you could have been trying to delay some sort of ending when it comes to a contract, but either you come to a sudden, like a realization or an awakening, you move the blindfold off, there's something that is revealed that allows you to make a better uh better, make a judgment call on on some sort of situation, a contract, right? Something, some legal binding document could be, or even it doesn't even have to be an actual document. It could be, again, a soul contract that you could have with a social group, right? Maybe there was something that you were waiting for. I'm hearing like a sign. Maybe you were waiting for a sign, to finally make that decision, that judgment call, or to either end something, a contract, an actual like legal contract in the physical, or a soul contract with a community of people, whether it is work or friends or family or whatever, whoever that is. We're going to find out. We're going to get some more. It could be something that you're trying to decide. This is the six of, excuse me, the six. You could be seeing 666, but this is the lovers in this deck. There's a decision. There's a major decision that you're trying to make on whether or not you should end something. But I do feel like you need to take that time out, rest, maybe take a little road trip somewhere. And I feel like it's going to help you see things differently, or there's some piece of information that still needs to come in or is waiting to come in. And I feel like it's going to come in either during meditation, either prayer, or when you remove yourself from a certain community or certain space or something like that. I see the high priestess energy right here. So again, you see the colors on the colors of my candles, right? Look at the colors on this card. Y'all see that blue, that purple, that white. Nothing is a coincidence. I'm trying to tell y'all. So something about your crown chakra and your throat as well, and your third eye, right? Like there's something, a piece of information that still needs to be exposed, or is getting ready to expose, but it's only during a period of you withdrawing from the situation, however that may be for you, whether it is through meditation, whether it is through um, just actually physically removing yourself from a particular place or an area that will allow you to detach from the energy. See the hangman, so you can see something from a different perspective. What else for the contract? Communication. What did I say? There's something coming in. There's some sort of new piece of information, communication coming in. This is maybe coming in from a King of Pentacles. I don't know if I can show this one. He's showing his chest, but I don't know. Information could be coming in from some sort of leader, boss, manager. This person can be very good with their money. Could be a Virgo, could be an earth sign. Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. This is heavy travel, maybe communication when it comes to travel. There could be a contract where maybe it gives you the okay. Maybe there could have been delays when it comes to travel, when it comes, when it if this is something about work, because I'm seeing the King of Pentacles, right? There could be something with work, news when it comes to this contract. It could require for you to travel, but it's going to put you in a state of confusion, or you feel confused about it for some reason. I don't know. Let me know in the comments, you guys. I feel like for some of you, you're at a point in your life where you're wondering if you want to continue to do the same um, either career or the same type of work. maybe your work requires you to travel a lot, because I see the Eight of Wands and the Six of Swords. So maybe this job requires you to travel a lot. So you're looking at a contract, like, maybe you're stalling on terminating the contract. You don't know if you should. You're going back and forth about it. But here's the hermit. You're going to go into hermit mode. Yeah. Go into hermit mode. Exactly what you need to do. So you can come out wiser and knowing exactly what you need to do. There's something that hasn't been revealed yet. So that's why that's that confusion energy as well. Divine timing is at play. I did see temperance quite a lot when I was shuffling. So your travel, right? That maybe you're sick of traveling when it comes to work. I don't know. Maybe you're done and you're ready to make a judgment call on the situation. But there's information still needing that's being revealed to you. So maybe that's why it feels like something needs to be delayed, or there's an energy of stalling, or just not yet being completely able to terminate. I'm hearing terminate a certain contract, but maybe you're taking the action towards it, or you're making the moves. You're waiting to receive some sort of news as well, like, and this could be both within work, right, within a certain work environment, but also again your higher self. There's downloads, there's communication coming in to give you the information that you need in order for this death energy to go in the upright, because it does feel like some sort of delay in some way, shape, or form, but I do feel like it's because there's a missing piece of information, or something still working its way to come towards you. What is this community? King of Swords. It landed right on that Eight of Wands with the Ten of Cups. So you could be waiting for some news when it comes to there's a lot of cups here. So we have the Ten of Cups, the King of Cups, the Eight of Cups. There's something that you're waiting. Maybe it's news about something that will bring you complete wish fulfillment. You're happily ever after. Generational, this talks about wealth, stability, emotional fulfillment, and this could be 10 about a family, right? It's like you're focusing on building your happily ever after. There's just news that you're waiting on, though. Like, there's certain news. I don't know if this is tied to, maybe you're tired of doing a specific job because it keeps you from building your happily ever after. Maybe that's why you're ready to terminate this contract, maybe, and you just can't yet because of divine timing. There's something about time. But whatever information is coming in, it's going to help you make it's almost like, it just feels like as soon as this piece of information comes in, you're going to get right on it, and you're going to start like strategizing, organizing, creating some sort of strategic plan to move away from a certain, or move, or how to take your, or y'all, that's that throat chakra. Whenever you receive whatever information is coming, it's going to help you strategize and create some sort of plan to be able to take your, or make your next move. And it's whatever it is, it's going to take you to your happily ever after, your wish fulfillment. This could have to be with you wanting to, create a family of your own, maybe. And it just feels like there is a community of people that are trying to get in the middle of it, like trying to get in the way of it. I don't know if they're gossiping about it. Maybe they don't want you to reach what your happily ever after, or what? It'd be your own people, man. I tell you, it'd be your own people. You could be seeing rainbows. I saw a rainbow yesterday. Three of wands, heavy on the travel, y'all. Like there's heavy travel, also expansion. You're definitely ready to expand, and it feels like this has to do with your home, right? What you call home, what your family, maybe your legacy. Maybe you're ready to build some sort of build a family, or yeah, I don't know why I said build a family, because I mean, oh well, I did see the 10 of Cups. So maybe you're focusing on moving away from a particular contract. Like you're ready for a certain contract to be over. It's just that there's delays because information is missing right now. We're just waiting for certain information. Yeah, it does. It feels like you're kind of like in this pause period. Delays, maybe. What is this community? What about this community? I feel like whoever is in this community, they are, yeah, there's a high priestess energy again. You could be dealing with someone who is very intuitive, or this is you. You're very intuitive yourself. It's like you're aware of the gossip. It's like you know that there's gossip. You know that there's people talking about you. You look. Y'all see this shit blowing up in the back, right? You see that chaos in the back? But it's like you're moving away from it. It's like you are aware of everything that's going on, but it's almost like, yes, it does hurt you. Yes, it does, it's going to require for you to take time and heal from it. But you're also very much so focused on the goal. And I'm just seeing someone, who taps out for a little bit to regain strength, maybe rest. Take that vacation. Maybe I'm also picking up on talking to someone, like someone that you trust, someone that you look up to, like a mentor, maybe a counselor, a therapist, right? It could be a tough transition when you realize that the people who you thought had your back, you know backstab you. And I'm telling you, because I see the 10 of Swords, and it's almost like you knew, right? Your intuition told you this, which is why you're able to stay focused on the goal and stay organized and still keep pushing. Like, just because you're having to take a little time out doesn't mean that you're not focused on the finish line, right? Like it's just you stopping to get a little bit of water, eat you a little banana, get that potassium going, and you're gonna get back in the game. You're getting back in the game. Also, for some of you, it's like you're seeing the chaos, or you're aware of the chaos, but you're not feeding into it. Like you're not adding fuel to the fire, because you know that there's a specific goal that you're staying focused on again, the finish line. And because your intuition has already told you what the fuck is going on, and you're unbothered. You're unbothered. You're not worried. See, the 8 of Cups. You're walking away. You're emotionally detaching from some sort of social group or friendship. And it's like maybe this was a decision you made overnight. Like one day you're like, yeah, hey, you were best friends. And then the next day you're like, nah, fuck that, I'm out of here. I'm going to go focus on true partnerships and friendships that see me for who I am, and we have similar interests and goals and philosophies and values. You know, just because I've known you all my life doesn't mean we have to be friends, you know? And I feel like you're willing to cut whatever bullshit out that no longer serves you. Like, you're going to speak your truth with the Eight of Wands and the King of Swords. You're going to speak your truth. That's that throat chakra I've been telling y'all about. The Four of Swords talks about rest, right? Meditation, something about meditation, y'all. If y'all don't have meditation, or y'all or in your day to day, or you don't practice it, even 5-10 minutes of just sitting in silence, I almost guarantee y'all it will make a difference. I promise y'all. Listen, I don't know a lot, but what I do know is the power of meditation. See the world. You're closing out cycles. You're closing out cycles. Ooh, she's naked. I'm sorry. No. I'm gonna turn her around. You're facing the cycles that need to close head on. And I feel like almost it does feel like a celebration for you. It almost feels like you closing out cycles with people that maybe, continuously created problems and boundaries and issues, for you. I feel like now there's an energy of like you feel lighter, right? Like you feel like you've shed the bullshit that no longer belongs, right? Like you don't have to keep fighting and going against the grain, because the people that were literally, wanting to see your downfall were the ones that were creating the burdens, the issues, right? The if you felt like you kept getting stuck or bound, or things just felt like you were going uphill all the time, it's because of the energy that you were surrounded in, right? You were in the fire and didn't even know. You were in the line of fire. You didn't even know, because you saw your friends or your homies or whatever, your girls, your sisters, whatever, right? They were standing right there beside you, and you thought this whole time they had your back. The whole time they fighting against you. Whole time they just holding you back. Whole time they throwing you in the fire and you are not even aware. But whatever information comes in, I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be a night and day where one day you're gonna be like, you know what, fuck it, I'm done. We're done, and it's okay. And you're gonna be happy about it. You're gonna be, look, let me show y'all. Y'all don't talk about my nails. I just literally soak that shit off. But look, you see how has her hands up, just free, just excited to be fucking free. Whew. Hold on, y'all, because the messages are coming. Oh, sorry, I hit the mic. All right, anxiety. What is this? What's going on? Why are we anxious? What is this anxiety? Is that the King of Pentacles? Yep, the King of Pentacles wanted to pop out. It came out like this, though. And the Wheel of Fortune. You're turning your back to people. You're turning your back to people. If it ain't about the money. What song is that? Who sings that song? But there's cycles closing. Like, you're entering a whole new chapter. This is a turning point for you. This is a turning point for you. This is growth. This is again expansion. This is good luck. This is good karma. And I feel like they want you to be anxious. They want you to be confused. Look at this. They want you to be stuck in your head, not knowing what to do. But you know better than that. I feel like you are at a place in your heart. Maybe in your heart. Shit, maybe you are in your heart more. Maybe you've been in this King of Swords energy where you maybe had to leave people out in the cold. So now you're ready to step into your heart a little bit more. And that was because you needed to get rid of a lot of this old energy. You're focusing now on the fruits of your labor, what you're building, right? Maybe just your career. I'm picking up like an energy of entrepreneurship, someone wanting to step into entrepreneurship. There's again cycles closing out. You could be a earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I'm seeing a little watermelon. I love watermelon. So you could be eating some watermelon. What else for this anxiety? Yeah, you're going to have to turn your back. You're going to have to turn your back. Oh, hold on. This is a lot. You're going to have to turn your back. So you got the Knight of Pentacles, the Three of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. So there could be another masculine energy here that there's a lot of masculine energy. So I could be talking to masculine energies right now. Maybe you could be going through a transition with your, the homies, who your homie is and who your homie ain't, who you might need to turn your back towards, who you going you're going to see who's who and what's what. I feel like whoever this is, um this could have been someone that you had a long-term friendship with, who you really thought was loyal, solid. Could have been somebody that you just had a good time with, right? Um y'all enjoyed I'm hearing running the streets together because I do see the King of Wands. um y'all enjoy having a good time, right? Y'all were best buds. I don't know. It just feels like there's an energy of someone viewing another person, right? Another masculine, as very loyal. But with the Three of Swords following that, I do sense that whoever this loyal energy is, it's hurt, disappointed because of some sort of offer, something that you're receiving, a promotion. What is the three? What is the Three of Swords? Three of Swords? Two of Swords? If that's not the case, there's something that you've been doing for a very long time, like a job or a career or something like that you could be ready to close out a cycle on. This is something that you've been doing for a very long time, though. Like you've been pouring your blood, sweat, and tears, but it just feels like you're ready for something new as well. Maybe that has you in your head a lot. Like you're ready to start a whole new journey, a whole new career, maybe a whole new, like just going from corporate to becoming your own boss, right? Like it just feels like it has you in your head a lot, but for some reason it also feels like there's some sort of emotional attachment here with the Three of Swords. It just feels like you could be like there's some sort of loss, disappointment. Like the indecision is creating the disappointment, the loss. Maybe because I do see the Two of Swords here as well. So I don't know. The more you stay in your head, there's a lot of there is an energy now. Let's talk collective, because this person has the eyes covered. So does this person have their eyes covered. So there's something that you may need to remove the blindfold off of your face, your own eyes. You know, something about, again, we did say something about the third eye. So seeing the truth about a certain situation, tapping into your higher self so you can see the truth of a certain situation instead of staying in denial, because the more you stay in denial, the more there is an energy of loss, hurt, disappointment. It's like it just feels like wherever you're at now, you've reached your limit. You've reached whatever it is that you can do. Like it's no longer bringing that happy feeling anymore, because it just feels like you're ready for something new, something different, something fresh. And the more you stay stuck, the more you want to pop out and do it, because you have the tools. It's like, I don't know if you're in your own way. It almost does feel like you're in your own way, like you are, or you're just really just waiting for a certain piece of information in order to move forward. But there is an energy of you not seeing or wanting to see the facts. Like you have the power to manifest and take action towards whatever it is that you want to manifest. You literally have the tools, right? You have everything, the power, just the knowledge, the drive, the finances, right? You just need to tap into that warrior, that bravery to take that leap. Go for it. Go for it. And maybe you are. I feel like you are. It's just because it is some sort of transition, something changing. It does bring a certain, level of anxiety. Change can be difficult. I'm not gonna lie. Change can be difficult to process. Let me get a Moonology card instead of the other ones I like to get. All right, let's bring it all home. What else? So I guess this has to do with your social group when it comes to maybe your work, what you do for money. For some of you, it could be a friendship, right? It could be friendships or people who you once considered friends who were solid, right? Maybe there is an energy of like envy because you are receiving some sort of offer or new offer. All right, what message do you have for the collective? Bring it all together. Let's see. Okay, I just want one. But it says, believe in the impossible and adjustments are required. So, see, believe in the impossible. That already tells me that this could be you. Look, have faith in your dreams. This could be you stalling because you're not believing in your own power. Believe that whatever it is that you want to create can actually happen. Blue Moon 112. All right, it says, as the saying goes, something happens only once in a blue moon. In other words, hardly ever. Drawing this card suggests you are about to get a rare chance, and that something one wait a minute and that something one of could well be about to happen. This card is a very positive sign if you felt like you were hoping for too much or asking too much of the universe. Whatever you're asking about, well, it might only happen once in a blue moon, but it can happen. However, this rare opportunity before you. It's important that you believe in it. If you convince yourself that whatever you're asking about can never go in your favor, then guess what? It won't. It won't go in your favor. Be grateful for this card, which is a reminder to believe in your dreams. Attune with the moon. I'm lucky. Additional meanings of the card. It says, miss this chance and it might not come back again. Might not come back anytime soon. Lordy. What happened may only happen once. The person you're inquiring about is a rare find. If you can believe it, you can achieve it, and this situation is unlikely to repeat. There are unusually, the teaching, it says there are usually 3 full moons between each equinox and solstice, and vice versa. Sometimes, though, we get 4 full moons in a single season. When that happens, the third of the season's 4 full moons is called a blue moon. At least that's what the original definition of a blue moon. That was the original definition of a blue moon. Y'all, I don't know what the fuck. I can't read. These days it's popular to use the blue moon for a second full moon in any calendar month that has 2 full moons. Okay. All right, adjustments are required. Since y'all got 2 cards, I'm gonna read them both. 36. Okay. It says, think of yourself as a vessel that has been filled more and more over the past few weeks. Some of what has come your way may have been wonderful, but there is also a lot of negativity, and you need to let go of this. Whatever situation you're asking about now, be honest about whether there are toxic emotions involved which you need to release into the ethers. This card also comes with a promise that not all is lost. However, there are changes or adjustments required before you will get to where you want to be. A change of course is forecast now that recent events have been understood and acted upon. There may also be a crisis now which will remind you of what you want and what it's time to let go of. So pay attention. I told y'all, look at that. The fire out there, right with the community. It says, I am attuned with the moon. I'm re-evaluating the situation. Additional meanings of this card. Your life may be out of balance, and this may be causing you your issues. It may be time to hatch a whole new plan. Something new and exciting is around the corner, and trust may be required to move the situation forward. The teaching. At the time of the third quarter moon, we know where we have been. But where are we going? The moon is now a half moon and slipping away from us as she catches less and less light, moving towards her full disappearance at new moon. It's a time of falling away and a time to reevaluate. No matter when you draw this card, the teaching is to release and to trust. So, 2 things could be happening right now. You could be releasing people in your social groups, and you could also be releasing a particular workplace. So take whatever resonates, you guys. And again, don't force it to fit. If it does not, there's going to be more readings to come. But I do hope it gave you a little bit of guidance, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.